we're going to be... All right, hey everybody, welcome to the post-show of Food Network's Worst Cooks in America, featuring starring Cameron Bartlett. Let's give all the contestants of the show a hand, Cameron a hand tonight. Wow. Okay, so we just finished a roller coaster show. Now I am the star of the show. And so what was so cool is we have some things to talk about. Somebody share this feed, and it's going to be awesome. Ask any questions, and we're going to have that. We're going to ask questions, and we're going to answer them online here in a little bit. But I thought this was it. I thought this was going to the finale, and then they're dragging it out another week. I'm like, golly. Everybody here in the auditorium, were y'all like, did y'all think it was over too? I mean, here we're going to go to the finale next week? Okay, so this is the show. Tonight we have a lot of things in store for you. If you can, we will probably have a special time. If next week is the finale, we're going to have to go live with the show next week. So we have some things that are up our little sleeves. So we're very, very excited about this next episode, and we don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, we're here tonight. We have been shocked and amazed that it was another stay-home week. Again, I'd not seen this episode. I didn't know what I thought. All right, it's typical, it's over, and we're going to be in the finale.
I remember them doing
that. One way or the other, we're going to know something.
Yeah, what?
And one way or the other, we knew we would have closure.
Right.
Nothing. It's crazy.
Well, because I was really confused because I know that they saved us on the show for another day, but I thought it was just because we only cook like one more thing, and then they decide. So I was really confused because I was like, when are they going to put that in there? So I guess we'll just have to
find out next
week.
I
don't even know. So I'm going to text the producer.
Text the producer, my goodness.
What is going on?
We want to say thank you to Katie Katz.
Thank you, Katie Katz. This is the Food Network.
Yeah, give him a hand for this. Oh, and your suspenders have totally come undone to the back.
I let them loose. After they couldn't handle the strain, so I let them take a break. But after I did that tumble, you guys, I will show you the scar. I should have worn shorts this week. And you
still have a scar? For real?
I do. I think. I have the picture.
Have Mama check you when you get home, okay, for diaper rash.
Well, okay, so the producer, she was like, after I chipped my tooth last week on the cake platter, she said that, Chef Ann said, we're never going to do that again. That game is eliminated from ever being on Worst Cooks in America ever again. And then after I fell, she came in there, the producer, not Chef Ann. Well, Chef Ann did come up to and she was like, are you okay? And my leg was literally gushing blood after, because it was like wood. It was gross, you guys. So they were like, you can keep the clothes. I was like, oh, thanks. Gee, thanks. So this was my consolation prize for breaking my leg.
Keep us from getting a lawsuit. There we go. Moral to that story is bust your leg on national TV and you can get the cheap outfit. I'm going to take that before it falls. So, did that really hurt? How bad did that hurt?
So badly.
Where did you hit? Looked like right in the groin area.
Those boards were like splintered up. So I had like splinters scratch all at my legs. Like I fell and then I skidded it. Ugh, it was terrible, you guys.
That was
I really
funny.
am texting. What is going on?
I wish Matt could get that scene, just get that prepped and we can watch it again. Okay, now we have another TV star. I got to tell you a little bit about that show. You guys break the platter of cupcakes. No, I didn't see what. Oh my God. Aaron, you've got to zoom in on this.
They didn't cook long enough.
Oh my God. Aaron, I don't know, you've got to zoom in on this.
These are good. They taste delicious. You guys, look, this is frosting.
This is all homemade. Now let me tell you, when we got here tonight, Cameron informed us that we were out of, what were you out of?
I don't know. What were
No, the ingredient.
Okay, we didn't have baking powder, but we had baking soda. What's the difference? I don't know. So that's probably the difference. I thought they were the same thing. Evidently not, because they exploded.
Evidently there's a difference.
Which one did I have? Soda, too much soda, or too much powder?
Look at that.
We had soda, so soda blew them up.
Hey, Kelly, would you rather do another snow angel or come up here and eat that as it's literally falling apart? Okay, What we're going to do, we do have a live studio audience, and we're so excited. Cameron is going to decorate these. We're going to have you come up. Everybody, give Helen a call. This is our 25th anniversary, and we're celebrating it with you all and Cameron. Come on up here, Helen. Huh?
You were featured in tonight's
You are
episode.
featured. I am so, look at the butter.
Yeah, it's all greasy.
Oh
it's
my
delicious.
God. Did you like deep fat fry them? Like in,
God, they're gonna be delicious. Could you imagine
I
that?
could throw this and it'd fall in a million pieces. It would disintegrate before our very eyes. Okay, so these are, Aaron,
that looks like
I don't know if you
fecal.
can get this.
That is a fecal cookie.
I
or
want
cupcake.
you guys to hashtag and just share this with Ann Burrell, because according to Cameron, these are Ann Burrell's
No, they're not.
cupcakes.
Don't smear her precious name.
Ann Burrell's working on a lawsuit for Cameron right now. And anyway, we're handing out treats. Helen's going to be handing out treats.
I can't do this. I don't want to do that anymore.
You got it. People want to eat them.
It's too heavy. It hurt my arm.
Who wants to come up here and decorate? Anybody want to come up? Amber, do you want to come and frost them?
Here, take 'em back.
Come on. Amber's on. Oh, yeah, all right.
That thing is so heavy.
All right, frost these things up. You guys, God bless you for that. They're so greasy.
Ashley, there's chocolate all over your mic.
Oh, yeah. Actually, your mic will never be the same. Ashley, we're going
Praise
to get
the
you a new
Lord.
mic. Don't worry about that. So anyway, back to the episode.
Back to the episode.
So the
We
start of the
derailed.
episode was the pancake. Were the pancakes good?
Yes, it was pre-made batter. All we had to do was slop it on there. Everybody, okay, let's take a poll. Who thought? I thought that the object of the game was who could get the highest stack. Yeah.
Yeah. I can
no,
see you.
it was to see how many. And we lost, but our stack was higher because ours were thicker, I guess. So I was really PO'd about
So
that.
I was definitely. And
we were
again,
all really confused. on
ask questions, and we're going to respond to them here later via in the chat.
It was
one of the
really
chats.
upsetting.
Okay, so that you made it.
So
Yeah, go
what
ahead.
the game was, because they didn't really tell you like the whole thing. So they would order a pancake, and you would have to bring it up there. And she would say, okay, do obstacle 1 and 4 and 2. So you'd have to go through, the whatever, and then balance beam, and then go through the tires, and then come back around. Then put your order up there. Took forever and a day, and I was sweating, you guys. I had like 2 layers of like thick shirts on. Oh, it was hot. And then I broke my leg.
And you're quite athletic. Kelly, what did you think about that? You want to come up here and tell us what you think about the cupcake? You ate one. Did anybody else eat one? The grease cake? Is it a grease cake? Huh? It's good. It's good?
Flavor is
You
there.
gave it to your daughter. That's awesome. That
Not
is
everything
child
can be as
abuse
good looking as
performed
me.
live
so
tonight.
the cooking will just have to.
My
come in a
hands, I
second.
could literally put it on my beard. I think you got a new beard oil you just invented. So, okay. The other cool thing about the episode tonight that I thought was neat is the way they have. We couldn't go to New York, obviously, because of the pandemic, and they wouldn't. You'd had to quarantine and yada yada. But we received the phone call. I don't know when in relation to when it was, but we received a phone call to record this thing in case Cameron makes it to the next round, yada yada. Now the funny thing is this. It was Katie, I believe, called. Katie Katz, one of the producers, she says, "What is a family dish? What is a family dish?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, we don't cook. We don't have a family dish." So Helen said, "Hell, we're in the car, and we actually had my brother's kids, and we were taking them to Mount Scott. We were on our way, and we talked for like, I don't know, an hour. It was so cool talking to her. The people there are first class at Food Network and at Worst Cooks in America. And so she says, "Okay, text us some of your family dishes." And Helen's like, "I don't know, fajitas." And I'm like, "We never make fajitas. We go out and get them at Ted's. Come on now." I'm like, "They're not going to have him cook Ted's fajitas, all right?" So, and then I said, "Well, I grill steak." And she's like, "No." And then Helen mentioned seafood. And I'm like, "No, there was a seafood episode already, so you can't do that," which we saw that. And so when we hadn't seen it, she goes, "No, in case we do it, you have to do something totally different." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So we were racking our brains, and she said, "Ann will approve. Send us 3 recipes or 3 meals, and basically they'll piece it all together. And so we sent them, and Katie was like, no, Ann says no. Boom, we sent him another one. She's like, Ann says no. Finally, I'm like, what does Ann want him to cook? Because that's what he's gonna cook. But it was kind of neat, and that meal that's apparently our family feast that we want you to cook. But if you've not watched, he did make some raw.
I know. Well,
chicken.
they were like, the video came on and they said, "Oh, we want you to make blah 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 blah," and I was like, "Oh my God, we've never had that before. What are you talking about? Herb crusted chicken and Orico Bears?" I was like, "Who do you think you are? What?" But okay, so. On that point, I was talking to Lauren during the thing, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, this was like a sob fest. Everybody was like, and I was like, get
not that hard-hearted guy.
I got a stone over here. Everybody was crying, and they were, it had been like going on 7, like 6.5 weeks at this point. And so, yeah, I missed everybody, but I wasn't like, everybody was bawling. And they were like, we wish you would have cried. I was like, ew, no, gross, on TV.
Well, when they had us do
so I was kind of making fun of everybody else. I was like, why did you cry?
When they had us do the interview.
It was sweet, but I was like, you're lame.
We didn't want to make you cry, and then you go into this thing emotional because usually, and I'm a fan of the show, so we knew, all right, he's made it at least X far. We knew that he has made it to a really deep part of the show. And I thought, well, I don't want to make him bawl and cry, and then he goes into the cook and he's emotional and he wants to come home. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And so, anyway, we put some things together, and the video, Aaron shot the video. Big shout out to Aaron. Puggers was perfect. He'll be here next week. And I had an amazing tan. You could tell the thing was shot in the summer. I was like, dang, I was looking tan on that. Anyway, what else do you have? You have anything else?
Okay, well, I just got, because I was really confused on the episode thing. Next week is the finale, so we find out both who goes to the finale and then what happens.
Okay.
All in one episode. So.
That's how they usually do, but with
we will be
Super Bowl.
They've never done that, I thought.
We've watched the show. This is how, but right. I didn't know. I didn't.
Another. Huh?
It probably will. Now, here's the other thing. We have to start the show at 8 o'clock next week because we're working on some things. Now, I guess we can, I don't know if we can. We're working on.
Watch it live.
We're going to have to watch it live, but it will be well worth it because.
Yes.
That's all we can say.
Will. So on the thing,
I'll tell some of you
on
offline.
like the presents that they gave us. Obviously, Mom and Dad didn't like. I don't know. What did they? How did they do that? It wasn't like you sending it to me. They gave them ideas, and then the producers got it for me.
Yeah.
And I like looked at this.
Bring the stuff next week.
I should have brought it.
Well, no, the show hadn't aired, so you couldn't.
I bought, I picked it up, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this statue of a pug? And then. And the lady who bought it for me was like, do you like that? I hope you really like it because I picked it out. They could hear me. I had my mic on. Oh. I was like, oh, I love it.
I didn't know what to give. They're like, give him a gift. And he likes the color green, and he likes Louis Vuitton. I'm like, his budget is like, you got $1,000 on you because that's this jerk over here. He wants a Louis. That's what he's going to want from me in New York for forever. Yeah. So anyway.
I did get a nice snow globe, and I love it.
But we tied it in to Buddy. I knew we were going to put Buddy on the show. So Buddy will be more famous than us. So we wanted to tie it all in. JJ was on last week. If y'all didn't watch JJ from the show, he did the Q&A with us last week. There is an outside chance that we can get some friends to watch this with us online via Zoom or whatever. So you might get to actually see some of the other people. JJ, if you're watching, if you want to join us, man, I know Michaela, I'd love to see her. We have a lot of friends on the show that Cameron stayed in contact with, so we may be able. So anyway, be watching your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram all this week because we're going to have to check it out and announce as we go. We do have questions online. We're going to be answering those. And does anybody else have a question in here? So next week's the finale. We start at 8 o'clock. You could cook something again. We will start at 8 on the dot. This is not going to be Bartlett time. In case you didn't know, we run on Bartlett time sometimes. Anyway, we're going to be at 8 o'clock sharp Central Time. We will have to watch the commercials and all of that, but it will be well worth it because the Q&A afterwards, I think, will be just incredible. It'll be awesome. So next week's the finale. Bring your friends. Bring someone. Be a part of this because this is so exciting. Anybody have any questions in the audience? Jonas says the cupcakes are good. Kelly, you got a stomach, man, of iron, I think. Because I've seen you eat what was that other thing you ate?
The chicken enchiladas.
Chicken enchiladas, and they were, there was something, you got something kind of hard in it, like a special treat.
Blood, sweat, and teeth went into that one, I guess.
It's been an amazing time, and we've had so much fun with you guys. And again, Kelly Lynn is here, Ward 3, running in April the 6th. April 6th, you guys, if you're in Ward 3, if you don't know about what ward you're in, please, please, please get involved. Find out everything on local level, local issues. We love you guys. We have had a blast hosting these events. We'll be back here next week, 8 o'clock Central Time, live Q&A. JJ may pop in. Somebody may pop in at the end. We don't know. We're going to surprise you, but we're going to have an awesome time. Do you have anything else? No. You sure? Okay. Have a great weekend. God bless you guys. See you later.